I want to give you guys an update what happened this week in regards to webinars and online training, because I think that is so important for all of you to be aware of it, because it is such a good tool, and most of the sessions are free of charge. So all you have to do, just get the link, go into the website, register yourself with your name, last name, email address, the company that you work for. And if you're a virtual assistant like me, if you have a company, if you don't have a company, I don't think that matters too much. And sometimes they ask for your telephone number, so I just pop all this information and they send the confirmation via email, and then you can add to your calendar. If you have a Google Calendar, Outlook calendar, it doesn't matter, you can just add it and it's there for you with all the information. It's normally a Zoom link with the ID number for the meeting, the meeting ID, and then very easy to join in. So I just want to talk about a little bit there, because there's so much going on out there from various places. We have CNC Search and Miss Jones PA, the PA Club, leading venues of London. What else? Oh yes, of course, Henrietta Barker, she's doing quite a lot as well. And Nick, I'm not sure his last name, but I can't pronounce his last name actually. So I put the details down below. He's doing quite a lot as well. We had like webinars, had workshops, had Instagram lives. So you name it. This week was really, really busy. So I'm gonna start with the digital showcase that happens every Wednesday at 11 o'clock. That's normally for half an hour, a little bit more than that, but normally around that time slot. So we have the PA Club that join forces together with the leading venues of London, and then bring every single week amazing venues to show us what they offer, how they look like, and they do presentations, they put pictures on, videos, you name it. So I know it's not the same as actually doing the site visits and going to these places, but I think during lockdown that's been really helpful, because at least we kind of stop searching and make sure that we have our database up to date with the venues in our fingertips. So every time that we get a request, we can just boom, yes, I know exactly what you want, I have the contact, I know where to go. So you don't waste the time from scratch trying to search and finding out what they have, what they don't have, the capacity, allocation, and stuff like that. So that is a brilliant one. Again, all the details is gonna be down below. What else did I do on Wednesday? Oh, of course, I did my podcast recording with Henrietta Barker. She's got a recruitment agency. She's been in the market for a long time, for years, and she reached out to me a few months ago actually. I'm not sure when, but a few months ago, but we never kind of managed. I think it was more from my side actually. Hen's been very patient with me, and we managed to set up a date for the recording, and it happened on Wednesday morning. So it was just like a chatting regarding to how I got into the business of being a virtual assistant, how I got my YouTube up and running, and my experience, where I came from. And so it was a really nice, was about 45 minutes I think, to an hour. It was a really nice chat, very nice information, which I normally give it to you guys anyway. I have a lot of girls reaching out to me through LinkedIn, which I'm gonna talk to you guys about LinkedIn in a minute, asking me for my suggestions, for my advice, if they want to go and join a franchise for a VA business, or if they want to go on their own, if they should leave their jobs and start doing a little bit of the virtual assistance, or sometimes they lost the jobs, redundancy, whatever the reason was. They just want to have a chat, and I'm more than happy to organize a call with most of you and actually tell my story, because I think it's gonna help. It's gonna help one person. I am truly happy. And sometimes I speak like for an hour, just telling them everything about networking, about marketing, about people that I met along the way, about my social media, about the work itself, prices, and all those good stuff that you guys want to know when you were thinking about becoming a VA. And talking about that, I was invited by Paul Kelly. He is the COO from Strictly Recruitment, and he opened up a network called the Business Support. I think that was back in March this year, 2020. And he's putting together this brilliant event all about VA business. It's called the Startup VA Guide. And Emily, hi Emily, thank you so much for the recommendation. She was the one who recommended me to Paul because he was looking for VAs in the community, and she recommended me. He gave me a call, and then we just went from there. It was actually announced yesterday or 2 days ago. I will put the information down here as well. It's going to be on the 1st of October. And it starts at 6:15 in the evening. So there are no excuses. Most of you can join in, and I'm sure if you cannot join in, there will probably gonna be a recording after that. But you guys can send me a message or speak directly with Paul just to double check that, because I'm not sure. So yeah, I was gonna speak about LinkedIn as well. One of the questions that I get from the girls that reached out to me is how do I put myself out there? How do I get clients? How do I get work? And my first advice is make sure you are as active as possible in LinkedIn. That is so important. When I left my last role in the PE firm in Mayfair 3 years ago, I only had 30 connections in LinkedIn. And I was like, what have I been doing all this time? I just thought because I had a job, and before that I was a PwC, before that I was in hotels, and I was an employee, I wasn't a business owner or anything like that, that wasn't necessary, and that wasn't important to have a LinkedIn profile, active LinkedIn profile. And I regret this deeply, so I tell everybody that comes to speak to me, make sure you have your LinkedIn profile up to date, that you're active, that you're posting, you're commenting. You don't need to post articles or anything like that if you're not comfortable, but you can always commenting on other people's posts and like other people's posts, and connect yourself with other people as well. That's a brilliant way to put yourself out there, make sure your profile is up and running. And if another advice as well to work on LinkedIn is to get articles that is already in the internet, already online, that you are interested about. Because LinkedIn is all about that, for you to show yourself who you really are, to show your personality, to show your what you can do, your skills, in a very nice and subtle way. So yeah, if you see something out there, if you're browsing on BBC News, Sky News, or The Guardian, or anything that's happening in the world, there you go, oh, that's interesting, you can just copy, paste the link, put a few hashtags, put like a headline or something very simple, just to kind of grab people's attention, and then voila, you post it. So, and then you can get some conversation going, you can put some questions on it. That is so easy. And about the hashtags, you can, when you read the article, you just, that's how I do it anyway. I write notes, and like a popular, I write notes, and you know, like the keywords that I see in the article, and then I just transform this on hashtags. It just is simple as that. You just have to get the confidence to do it, and as soon as you start, you can't stop doing LinkedIn, because you get the sense of community, you connect with people, you feel part of something, and you just feel useful because you're actually sharing information, you're exchanging ideas, and that's just really nice. Anyway, let me just go back to my agenda. So that's what I did on Wednesday. So there was the podcasting recording and the digital showcase, and obviously I did my normal work as well. And on Thursday, there was so much going on. Let me just go back to Thursday, the 28th of August. So yeah, so we had the Making Your Manual with Hana Gray. She's the founder of she's the founder of the Office Management Portal and also the Black and White Consultancy firm company. And she does so much for office managers, also PAs, but she's very focused on office management support. And she's got templates, she's got advice, you name it. Again, I'm gonna leave all her details here, because if you guys don't know Hana, you have to connect with her. She does a lot as well. She does a lot of online training. Some of them are paid, some of them are not. She used to do every 3 months events. So all of us would go to the events, we'd meet with suppliers, we'd contact with other people, and she used to do on different locations. We had one at the Grosvenor Victoria Hotel, we had one in Holborn, and you name it. She always picked the really good venues. And it's a bonus because you go to the events to meet suppliers, to meet other people, and to actually meet other PAs and office managers. And on top of that, you are in a beautiful venue. Then you can actually think, oh, I could use this venue for a meeting. I can use this venue for a private dinner. I can use this event for a conference that might be coming up in my company. So that is a really good, and it's normally in the evenings as well, from 5-6 o'clock. So it's like most of us can make it, and if you can make it, she does every 3 months. With lockdown, I'm not sure what's happening. I know she had one, I think, in September, but that got postponed, I think, to last year. But it's everything, all the details are in her website, so you guys can check that out in there, or actually go into her LinkedIn as well. And she does a lot of Instagram. She put loads of really nice tips and advice for us that support and manage offices. So yeah, that's really good. What else did I do? We had the Tech Hack series with Laura Bradley. Again, I put her a lot on my LinkedIn, and I recommend her a lot in my Instagram. If you guys are not joining into this series that happens every Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning, you just got to. She's been doing that forever, since the start of lockdown, and I've learned so much. And if you miss a session, or if you can listen to the session because you're working, or you have other work commitments or family commitments, there is a partnership with Miss Jones PA. So Lisa can always send you guys a recording. Oh, I think you have to go to the Eugene. You have to go to the Eugene app. Yeah, you have to be a member of Miss Jones PA. So do contact Lisa and send a message to them. I'm not sure how much I paid last year, but it's something around 40-60 pounds. I don't remember, but I've been doing so much with Lisa this last few months. Obviously, before lockdown, she was organizing a lot of events, a lot of site visits. We went to hotels, we went to restaurants, we went to service apartments, we went to, yeah, to a lot. And after lockdown, she was one of the clubs that very quickly, very proactively, she started doing virtual sessions. So she came up with there were so many webinars and training sessions and workshops every single week. Sometimes I would just register to the 4, 5, 6 they were available. And again, if I couldn't join in, I could also go to the recording. What I normally do, while I'm doing something on my computer, I put the workshops and the online sessions to play in my iPad. So I listen, and sometimes I look at it while I'm working, or sometimes I just change my lunch hour a little bit earlier or a little bit later to actually take notes and participate a little bit more in these webinars, but it's really up to you. You can listen real time, or you can listen later on, but the important thing is for you guys to actually participate and attend these webinars. The other one that we had, sorry, I'm talking about Friday, I do apologize. Friday the 28th of August was the Making Your Manual with Hana, and then Thursday was the it was the Tech Hack series with Lauren Bradley. Let me just go back to Thursday then. That was 11 o'clock with Lauren Bradley, and then at 12:30, I'm sure there was something else. Yes, on Thursday the 27th of August, we had the Instagram live with Henrietta Barker and Nick. So what's his name here? Nick Ginsburg. There you go. He's based in Australia, and he's been doing quite a lot online as well. He's been joining a lot of training sessions, and on Thursday morning he did this live with Hen. So Hen was he's a special guest for the day, and we were talking about personal branding. So that was really important, because personal branding is not just for your personal life but also for work. So I do think you guys should listen to the recording. It was like an hour chat, was really good, and a lot of people are talking about personal branding, guys, which I think is something that you should consider learning about. I know there's a lot of misconception about personal branding, and yeah, I think it's the way we go about life, it's the way we put ourselves, it's the way we show ourselves, not just work-wise, but in our personal lives. So that is really good tips. And then Lucy Chamberlain, she also talked about personal branding in her session on Thursday. There was 12:30 to 2:30. So no, actually it was just 1 hour. It was an hour and a few minutes, and she talked about CVs, interview skills, and personal branding. Now, there are lots of questions about CVs. What do I put on my CV? How long should it be my CV? What kind of format should I use? Should I put pictures? Should I do a colorful way? So you guys should listen to Lucy. She was amazing. She's got this really calm demeanor, very patient. It was amazing. I really like Lucy. I met Lucy last year in one of the sessions that Alice was organizing through CWPA Club. So we had these lunch training sessions, I believe every week or every few days or something like that, and I would go to this training session. Was normally based in Canary Wharf. Now Alice from CWPA Club, she kind of moved on from Canary Wharf. So CWPA not only covers Canary Wharf but also covers the city. But back then was mainly Canary Wharf, and so that's where I met Lucy, because she did one of the lunch sessions with us, and then from then on I started following her. She does a lot in her office, at least before lockdown. She should do a lot in her office, like breakfast sessions and breakfast workshops, and she would bring different speakers to talk about events, to talk about admin, to talk about the role of the personal assistant. So that was really interesting. So that was really interesting. Let me just turn on the lights, because I think it's a little bit dark. So yeah, I think that is slightly better, hopefully. So yes, so that was the session with Lucy on Thursday afternoon. What else should I have? I was supposed to have gone and have my hair done on Thursday afternoon, but I decided to do myself because I wasn't very well last weekend. Some of you know some of you know, I have migraines. So I had a really bad migraine attack over the weekend, and I got better on Monday. I get very sensitive in this area, so I thought I might as well just take it easy. That's my take it easy this week. Take it easy this week and actually do my hair myself. So I didn't need to commute or go anywhere. It's about an hour from where I live. I had to go all the way to Fulham and then back. So I know Miro, my hairdresser, he was very upset. So he sent me a message, how come you cancelled? But I told him I'm gonna book for another day. So let's go to Friday. So Friday, I talked already about the morning session with Hana about making your manual. So what I should also mention, we did had a session with Paul Kelly this week as well about, again, CVs and interviews. There was a partnership with Alex from CWPA Club. So as I told you guys, Paul has the business support network community, and he's doing quite a lot of serious everything about admin and everything about recruitment and everything about well, he focused on PAs and EAs roles, so he does a lot on that scope. So actually, while I was listening to Paul, I got a message, as it's not gonna be on my phone anymore, but I put a picture here for you guys to see, because I took a picture, or I did like a mini video, because I ordered some flowers about 3 days prior, Thursday, for a client, and it was really sweet because I opened up an app for Bloom and Wild flowers, and because we could get like 10% or £20 off or something like that, 10 or 20% off. So I got the flowers through the app, and while I was watching and listening to Paul, they sent me a note saying your flowers been delivered. So I was like, oh, that's really good, because then after the webinar I don't need to go through my messages and make sure that things are done. It was actually there, so I thought that was really good. I used Bloom and Wild flowers before, but I also met Liz. She is from Marsh Florals. I met her during the digital showcase on Wednesday, and what I thought was really interesting about Liz is that they do these signature bouquets, so those signature flower arrangements. So if you have a company, or if you just want to do for yourself, you can create with her. So every time you give this to someone, or to a company, to a client, or to a family member, to a friend, they are gonna straight away know that it's from you. They're not gonna need to open up the card and see, oh, that's for Claudia, that's from CDG. They already know. So I have a call with her next week, because I'm really intrigued, and I really want to know how this whole thing works, because I would love to have a personalized signature bouquet from CDG. So yeah, so that's what's happening next week. And then on the digital showcase, we had also Claire. She presented us 2 properties. There was the W Hotels and Park Tower Knightsbridge Hotel. So again, they were beautiful properties, amazing places that you guys could go and check it out and do a site visit. And again, I'll leave the details from Claire and Liz for you guys to get in touch if you wish. Let me see if there's anything else I need to speak to you guys. Yeah, so agenda. Yeah, I started my events calendar last year. A lot of people are asking me, how do you know about all these events? How do you know about these workshops? How do you find them? Guys, I spend a lot of time online. I do a lot of research for myself and for my clients. So I come across a lot of stuff. And since I opened up, even before I opened up, I started being a virtual assistant. I was really curious about what London has to offer, because where I come from, everything's so expensive, everything is so far away, and London is a place that you get everything in your fingertips, and a lot of stuff is complimentary, a lot of stuff is free of charge, and very, very good content. It can be anything to do with business, admin, fashion, current affairs. Guys, it can be arts, history, it can be anything. And if you're passionate about something, that is gonna translate to your business. I've got a hospitality background, so I worked a lot in 5-star hotels and restaurants, and then I moved on to PwC and then to a PE firm, and now as a VA. So I'm normally very naturally drawn to these subjects. So I'm always very curious about them. And before, I used to work long hours. I was just like 9 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 7:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock in the evening. So I had no time to actually go to events or to participate or to attend any of them. And for a long period of time, I was also working on the weekends. So that limited my free time quite a lot, so I couldn't do those things. Like I showed you guys yesterday, the note, the sign that I have in the mirror in my bathroom. Why not invest in yourself? Make sure you invest in yourself. So that's what I've been doing for quite a while. So I'm very curious to see what's out there. So I started going to Eventbrite. I'll leave the information for you guys as well. Check it out if you guys don't know, eventbrite.co.uk. And there is a lot going on over there. Even Standard does a lot of events. I'm talking now a little bit more about what was happening before lockdown. I'm sure they should do quite a few stuff, but virtual. But I'm talking about 3 years ago, give or take, when I actually started my my VA business, being a virtual assistant. So that's Evening Standard, The Guardian, and other people from recruitment agencies, from businesses. They put a lot of stuff out there when they want to advertise what they're doing, the sessions and stuff like that. Of course, I went to a lot of all the sessions and stuff that it wasn't good, but then you learn and what should not be related to what you're doing, what you want to do. You just learn as you go along. So it took me about 3 months to say, oh yes, I should go. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go to this one. But anyway, going back to the events calendar, that's why I created the events calendar. That is one of the pages within my website, because a lot of people are asking, and I was like, I really want to share this information and I don't want anybody else to miss out, because these are so important and so useful. So yeah, so I put up this page within my website so you guys can see all the events that I'm planning to go, that I'm planning to attend. Sometimes there are lots going on within a month or even within a week. So I might not be able to go to every single one of them. It happened already that I went to 2 networking events in the same evening, and then it can be very stressful because you kind of dividing yourself into 2 places, and then you end up not, speaking to people properly in the first event because you're conscious about the time they have to go to another one. So I decided I will try not to do that anymore, but it's just for you guys to understand how much is out there.